Ready. Play.
Cerundolo versus Fognini, which was a bit of a demolition job by Cerundolo. Fognini just didn't show up today. Love and 3. It was. It wasn't something that was. Going to be a thriller. If Fognini would have to really turn up, but Cerundolo's the leading win maker on the ATP tour this year. So, he's in great form, and I think Fognini just wasn't at the races today, Damien.
Yeah, nothing to say here really. There's one informed player here, and this even in the three names that we see on the screen, there's one informed player. It is Franz Cerundolo, the future top 10 player, the future ATP 1000 winner. Not necessarily here, but if he beats Carlos, then the opportunities will be presenting itself to him, themselves to him even this week. This was just like a bit of a no match, but we expected that, I suppose. This year for Fognini is absolutely horrible so far, and he's physically he also seems pretty out of shape. So nothing more to say really, other than the fact that Cerundolo Alcaraz, now that is a cracking second round. That's what I like. Carlos only won only won Monte Carlo match before in his career, so it just adds to the intrigue. And Cerundolo is the most informed player on the tour at the moment. Also pushed him in Indian Wells. So yes, bring it on. It should be, I would like it to be in 20 minutes right after the stream. But unfortunately, we'll have to wait.
Damien's definitely got that one in the book. No Medvedev, no Zverev, no Berrettini, only Cerundolo. That's all he's got time for. Brenner.
Yeah, I already raved about it a little bit yesterday on the ATP Weekly show, but you just get two guys who, to me, are just such well-rounded tennis players. Obviously, I love Cerundolo's game. Today it just kind of looked like a hitting clinic for him, with Fognini not really posing much of a threat. You kind of wish that Fognini would kind of get up for this match, having played, some memorable matches here in Monte Carlo, but just wasn't the case. So we're getting exactly what we wanted, and I just say I'm super excited, as is Damien. It's going to be a thriller. Definitely Cerundolo more, I'd say, in form in terms of comfortability with his game at the moment. But just the variety in ball striking from these two, the baseline battles that we're going to get, it's going to be amazing. So I don't know. I'm just so excited.
This should definitely be. This wouldn't shock me as the match of the week, and this is probably a match that has the potential to be better than the final. We don't even know. We literally haven't even finished all of round one yet, and we're already talking about who's going to be in the final. But this should be definitely a huge matchup. I'm leaning Carlos in 3, mainly because I just think that he will find a spark. First match on clay, he's obviously. I do think clay's his second best surface, because he's. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, it's very tough. I'm not even sure which one you pointed out as the best. Then,
right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you can make the case for everything there. It depends.
I was about to say, as I said that, I was like,
more than the actual surface. Yeah,
I've kind of just dug myself a hole, and I've kind of don't even have a shovel to get myself out of it. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna lean Alcaraz in 3 because I just feel as though he might pull through. He obviously has had some really close matches that he just hasn't been able to get through recently, and now I feel like he'll finally kind of get over the line and get over the hump.
Yeah, I think Gene makes a good point in terms of Fran's ability to find offense so easily. He's just so clean. In terms of the forehand, it just like pops, but he can kind of lull you a bit in terms of changing up that pace and then just blasting like, a cross-court forehand winner. In terms of kind of being on the front foot, I think it'll be a little bit different for him because Carlos is Carlos is always looking to dictate and be on the front foot and playing offense. So he's going to have to be a little bit more patient, neutralize and then wait for his opportunities. But yeah, definitely just excited to see Carlos in Monte Carlo and kind of just to see how he, looks and feels on court. But I mean, you couldn't ask for a tougher clay court match to start your campaign here.
And finally, Damien, any prediction, or are you going to hedge like you usually do? But you did say that this is the one tournament in the year that you don't hedge. So,
I mean, what I said on the ATP Weekly was that if Carlos gets through this one, he wins the title. So
okay, that's pretty clear cut. So we'll take that.
That's the if. But it's a big if for me at the moment. I think all of what you said, for example, like that's just a hunch. Like that's nothing more. There's no logic to me in this match here because like Alcaraz played the way that he played against Goffin and again just looking pretty disinterested and not like I don't know, not playing with that passion he usually tends to have. I don't know. It's not really up to me whether he's going to deliver on that. Cerundolo is obviously still a pretty erratic player, but the consistency of his results, of his game, of his shots over the past 2 months has been insane. So it would probably be unwise to expect him to just kind of like have a stinker. But yeah, I mean, Carlos Alcaraz, I don't know what I'm going to get from him at the moment. However, yes, I do think that if he gets through Cerundolo, the draw will really open up. And especially considering I had another call in that, I think that Casper Ruud is probably going to race to the semis with ease. And then you have Alcaraz Ruud in the semis, and that's also a good matchup for Carlos. So yeah, I mean, to me, he's going to be a pretty significant title favorite as long as he gets through this one.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.